Between these types of everything, I'm Mitch. This is Mitch Reviews Everything, and today I'm doing another beer review, the Duck Rabbit Milk Stout. This is brewed by the Duck Rabbit Craft Brewery out of Farmville, North Carolina. It's a pretty nice looking bottle. It has this cool label on it. It looks like a duck, looks like a rabbit. The Duck Rabbit. It says proudly made in small batches on the little neck label there, which is nice. It's nice and foiled. It's a 12 fluid ounce bottle. It does have the best buy date on it, and it says fresh beer, fresh for best flavor. Please refrigerate and enjoy by date indicated. That's pretty much all they have on the bottle. Looks like a nice bottle. It's pretty straightforward, no back label or anything. And the top just has the head of the rabbit on it. So this is a milk stout. A little bit of a personal note on this one. This is actually, so the company came out in 2004. I first tried this in 2011. And I bought it from a local six-pack shop that could only get it in once a month or something like that. And I remember buying it and just being absolutely blown away by it. This has been one of my favorite stouts or milk stouts I've ever had, ever, since I started drinking dark beer. And this is actually probably one of the first dark beers I really tried. And it is black. I mean, it is, at the bottom of the glass, I can kind of see some red tinge, but it is black, black, black. There's no seeing through that. So let's give it a smell here. So there is a bitter, hoppy aroma. And it smells of chocolate notes with a very slight nutty flavor. Almost would indicate like the smell you would get off like a brown ale. So chocolate, a little bit of nutty notes on there, with a hoppiness, and there's a vanilla kind of after smell to it. So it's pretty straightforward. But let's go ahead and give this a try. Well, I haven't had this in a while. Probably about 2 years. I think I had this at a restaurant. So I've been drinking, if you watch my channel, I review a lot of beer, mostly. So I've been drinking a lot of different stuff. And it's been a while since I've had this. And it is, it's not as heavy as I remember. It has like a, I want to say medium to heavy mouthfeel. Yeah, it's nice. It's roasty. The first thing you get is like a nice roasted flavor. It almost has like a burnt nuttiness to it, a roasted burnt nuttiness to it, and then, which is like, to me, the primary, and then the secondary is like sort of this chocolate vanilla flavor, and then there's that, I don't even want to say sweetness, because it's really not. It's more bitter than anything, but I'm trying to describe that taste. And I really don't know how beyond that. That's one of those things, I guess, that from everything I gave you is all the key notes that most people are gonna most everybody would be able to pick up, and that's going to be everything I said is going to be the first thing you think of. Um, One of the reasons this is one of my favorite milk stouts, or stouts in general, is simply because I think it's a well balanced stout, and it has everything that you would want in a stout. It's there's nothing really overtaking, and I guess it depends on what you want out of your stout. If you want more of a chocolate vanilla, this I think tends to be more on the more, as soon as you drink it, you're getting like this nutty roasted kind of maybe like a grain, like I want to say it almost has a barley, like a kind of a roasted barley kind of flavor in there. I'm not sure what they're doing with it there, but there's a burntness to it. Kind of having a hard time explaining this because I really want you to try this beer, and because this is one of my favorite beer varieties. If you can find this in your area, I don't know if they send this out to the West Coast. I'm not 100% sure where they all distribute this. This is available in the Northeast. And I'm imagining pretty much all along the East Coast. Maybe they're not sending it any more south than North Carolina. I don't know, but they are sending it up to Pennsylvania. I think it's a really good beer. I really enjoy this. It's not, I think maybe my tastes have changed as far as what I expected a mouthfeel on a beer, because for some reason I remember this beer being like a more heavy of a mouthfeel, and it's like medium, I would say, medium to heavy, but not as heavy as I would imagine. But hey man, it's still a good beer. I'm definitely glad I didn't, this is my first video for this, but I'm glad I revisited this on video for, documentation purposes. But anyway, this is a really good beer. They put out some good stuff. Their tagline is they are the dark beer specialist, which, yeah, it's actually on the bottom there. So all their beer is pretty dark, pretty mildly heavy. They don't list their alcohol volume on this bottle, but I know this is at least 5 something, has to be. But they have a nice brown ale, which I'm going to have to try to get my hands on and do another video for it. But that's really all I have for you. I'm Mitch. This has been Mitch Reviews Everything, and I will see you again.